For the first time in over 20 years, the Seattle Mariners actually get to play on Sunday Night Baseball. And I swear to God, when you watch these highlights, you can tell they were trying to make a statement in this game to the rest of the league. First of all, the pitching and defense only allowed 1 run in 3 games against the Mets. And you can score runs on top of that. You're a tough team to beat no matter who you are. It's a Game Face Sports breakdown. Let's get straight into it. So first of all, coming into this game, Jorge Polanco has been playing his best baseball of the season, and he looked like crap earlier in the year, but he is the one that set the tone early in this game. This is in the first inning. He's going to get a ground ball to his glove side, make a great sliding play on it. He had tons of great defensive plays in this series.
Well, first and second, Mets trying to get a run with runners in scoring position. Smothered by Polanco.
And that was Victor Robles on the mic there. If you couldn't tell, he was hilarious on the mic in Sunday Night Baseball. It was so fun to watch. But this is a great play. I mean, Jorge Polanco's almost been a liability at defense lately, so he really set the tone here with this play. But what's even better is he comes up in the very next inning. He's the very first batter, and he's going to get a pitch that's low out of the zone. He basically golfed this thing out. Again, setting the tone early for this team, scoring the first run.
Second for the M's.
A swing and a drive. Deep to left center field. Nimmo going back to the warning track, looking up. Goodbye, baseball.
97 miles an hour, low out of the strike zone, and golfs it out to basically center field. And as the pitcher, that's one of those home runs where you're just tipping your cap. You have to tip your cap on that one. Now we're going to go to the only moments in this game that I think kind of scare me a little bit, and I hope that these get improved. This is an in-between ball in the gap between Randy Arozarena in left field and Victor Robles in center. And you can tell the communication, and maybe this is just because they haven't played much together yet. Their communication's got to be a little bit quicker than this. This is a very, very close play. This could have ended very, very horribly.
Swing and a line drive, gap left center field. Robles on the run, and Arozarena dives, and he makes the catch.
Now, you can tell Victor Robles was going for this thing until the very last second. He just kind of tails off to his left and lets Randy lay out and make a play. But this is way, way too close for comfort here, and they got to be better. They got to be better. I know that it's an in-between gapper play. Things like this happen. And another element, too, that maybe needs to come into play is they are in a stadium with 40,000 fans, so it is probably hard for them to hear each other. But these are scary plays, guys. These are potentially season-ending mistakes that can happen, and it happens again. I think this is the very next inning. They get another gapper here.
1-2. This ball is lifted to left center. Arozarena.
You can tell right there. They're both still looking to catch it. They have not fully decided at this point yet whose ball this is. I know I'm being nitpicky. I know I'm picking on the small stuff here, but I have to point it out. They got to get better in communication. That's all I'm saying. These are too close of a call. It's too close.
And Robles are both calling it, and it's Robles.
So now let's go to Cal Raleigh, who in his first 3 at-bats swung first pitch. His first at-bat was a single. This is his second at-bat. Another first pitch swinging. And that's what I love about watching Cal is he is not going to go up to the plate and shortchange anybody, including himself. You're going to get your money's worth with Cal. He's going to get in the box and take at least 2 home run swings and have a good chance on connecting on both of them, no matter where the pitch is. Yes, he strikes out a lot. Yes, his batting average is low, but his slug is always going to be high. And in terms of hitting catchers, he's one of the best in the league, and he showed it in this game. Here's his first home run.
Arozarena, here's Cal Raleigh. The pitch on the way to Cal. Swing and a drive. Deep to right field. Where's this going to land? Oh, my goodness.
That makes it a 4-1 game. Now you're in the bottom of the 6th inning. You got 1 out. Leo Rivas is coming up to the plate, who has recently been called up. He's in a 1-1 count. Have a great plate approach here. Put the ball in play, good piece of hitting out there for a base hit, and score a run.
Strike. Rivas swing, sends this one to right. It's going to get down. Polanco had to wait, held up at first.
It was tough to only see 1 run score on that. Jorge Polanco probably thought he had a good chance to catch this thing. I didn't quite see it, but it is also really sunny out there, so it's probably hard to get any kind of read on the ball. And this is now a 5-1 game. Bottom of the 6th inning still. Bases loaded, 1 out. You bring up Victor Robles. He's got a 2-ball, 1-strike count.
Back up the middle, and it is fielded by McNeil. Not in time. It gets by Alonso into the dugout.
That scores 2 runs. I'm not going to lie. I can't believe the second baseman even tried to make this throw. Victor Robles can run. I know he's a little bit hobbled right now, But this is a play you probably should just eat this thing and not let any more runs score.
The middle, and it is fielded by McNeil.
That's a pretty desperate heave right there. And I also thought Pete Alonso probably should have come up with that scoop as well. Good job by Victor Robles to put the ball in play, but this was some pretty bad defense by the Mets. Now let's go to Cal Raleigh's next at bat. This is with 2 runners on base, swinging first pitch again, back-to-back first pitch home runs.
At second and third.
Careful for Raleigh, who's already got one. He steps in and another one. Cal Raleigh, a 3-run shot, second of the night.
That blew the game open. The Mariners are up big at this point now, and they just called up, I think this is Troy Taylor. I think he was in Double-A when they called him up here. This is his first time pitching in the big leagues. He's going to strike 2 batters out to end it, and it's going to pan to his family up in the stands. I think that's his dad. You could tell they're celebrating. Another great vibes moment for this team.
Taylor. There it is, strikeout number 1. There it is, what a way to end it. Troy Taylor with a second punch out, and
An incredible win for the Seattle Mariners. A series sweep. You love to see it. The vibes are at an all-time high. And then later on the next day after this game, the Mariners announced that they signed a 2-year, $10 million extension with Victor Robles. And I could not be more excited about it because I truly believe if he keeps playing like this at this level, you're essentially getting like a $30 million player for a third of the cost. By paying him early, you're taking that gamble that he's going to continue to play like this. And there was a lot of people that were not excited about a Victor Robles extension. I've seen other creators on YouTube talk about how they thought that was not a good idea just based on the history and how he was with the Nationals. But considering the Mariners changed his swing, or maybe he changed his own swing, whatever it is, but you guys can go back and look my video on his swing change that he made when he came to the Mariners. It's making a difference. It's not like he came here and just all of a sudden got hot and was just playing lights out. And it's been almost like 40 games of it too. But he made an actual swing change, and that's a very good sign. Next, the Mariners are playing the Detroit Tigers. That series starts today, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous about it, even though they swept one of the better teams in baseball. Mitch Haniger, after the recent walk-off in the final game against the Tigers last time, this was him in a press conference right after that game saying that the Mariners are just a better team than the Tigers, which is true.
Yeah, I mean, we know nothing against them. We know we're a better team than Detroit. We haven't played that way. We needed to salvage a win tonight.
Oh, what he's saying is not a lie. Okay, the Mariners are a better team than the Tigers, but the problem is they're still a professional baseball team. They're not the White Sox. They can compete. They're a competitive baseball team, and you don't want to give professionals bulletin board material. This is actually the only reason I'm kind of nervous for this series. I hope that this comment doesn't come back to bite them in the ass. You don't want to give these guys more motivation to beat you, especially with how close the race is in the AL West. Let's relax a little bit on the comments on other teams. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was Julio Rodriguez's return in this game. Although the Mariners scored 12 runs, Julio Rodriguez struck out 5 times. I don't know if you want to call that a platinum sombrero or diamond sombrero, but he was terrible. But you can tell if you go and look at the videos of him running the bases in pregame and going out and throwing the baseball around, he looks like he's still very much protecting that ankle and he doesn't trust it. At that point, if he's that bad and he goes into the box and he can't even hit and then he can't run on top of it, just keep him out of the game. Keep him out of the game or put him on an IL stint in AAA or something. Don't keep putting him in the DH position against MLB quality pitching when you can put someone else in there that's probably going to give you a more quality at bat. I just hope that they only did that for Sunday Night Baseball is what I'm saying. I don't want to see him in the lineup tonight against the Tigers. I don't want to see him in the lineup until he's as close to 100% as we can get them. And if you want to follow the team further into the playoffs, subscribe to this channel. I'll be doing breakdowns all through the MLB season. Thank you to every single person that watches or is already subscribed. You guys are the best. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers. I think I'm like less than 100 away. We're almost there. I will see you guys in my next video, and I'm so excited to see how this team continues to play the rest of the season.